My name is John Murray. I am an audio recording engineer and educator. Started out engineering in Milwaukee after graduating from the University of Wisconsin at Oshkosh with a Bachelor of Science degree in radio, television, and film. That was in 1983. And worked in Milwaukee at a couple different facilities doing audio production for a couple of years, then moved on to Cincinnati where I spent 8 years. Starting out first again in audio production for commercials, doing a little bit of music engineering, and then it just kind of naturally morphed into doing sound for film. And did a couple little small mini documentaries in Cincinnati. Cincinnati is also where I started teaching at Xavier University. In 1991, my wife and family moved back to the upper Midwest, and we found a place here in Rockford and have been here ever since. I spent quite a few years commuting back and forth to Chicago. So I taught at Columbia University, or Columbia College rather, for 13 years. And in 2007 was fortunate enough to be one of the founding faculty members on the ground floor of starting Flashpoint, now called Flashpoint Columbia University or something to that effect. But that was a pretty massive endeavor in 2007 and took quite a bit of time. Concurrent to all of that, I continued to work in film and have done a bunch of short movies. I've directed and produced a documentary on my own. And since I think it was 1997, I have also been the only recording engineer for the Rockford Symphony Orchestra. So I've been capturing the audio for their classic concert series since 1997. I guess I would say the time between the focused creative moments is what I consider work. Getting new work, networking, that's the hard part. The easy part for me is the creative stuff, actually doing the post-production. But the sales side of it, the marketing side of it, that I find enjoyable but less enjoyable than the actual production work itself. I think coming to a conclusion, working on something so intensely that it's the last thing that you think about before you go to bed and the first thing that you think about when you get up, and spending many hours thinking and working on something in between. When you work on film, it's a very concentrated kind of thing. It doesn't happen over long stretches of time. It's very, very concentrated. And so to do it well, you really need to be focused. And when it goes through that sort of envelope of ideation, the creative brainstorming part, then the straight ahead production stuff, and then the polishing, the finessing, bringing something to its final conclusion, and then delivering to the client. That's incredibly rewarding. I think I just naturally gravitated toward audio. Ever since I was a little kid, I was always the one that was carrying around the boom boxes and cassette players, but I always had the device that I carried around. I was listening to music and listening to audio recordings and making audio recordings. Long before I even got to college where I had professional equipment, I was literally taking apart the cassette mechanism, cutting the tape with a scissors, patching it back together with tape, and doing a form of editing that was pretty cumbersome but was really rewarding kind of work. And when I finally got to a professional open tape recorder, it was with a grease pencil and splicing tape and razor blades. It was pretty awesome kind of a thing. A couple things. Number one, pay attention to details. Attention to detail is maybe the thing that is going to move you along farthest. When you care just a little bit more, when you're just a little bit more meticulous, when you go that extra yard, mile, whatever the metaphor that you want to use is, that gets remembered. People want to work with you after that. And then the other thing is sort of a series of list of things that I just call professional soft skills. Frankly, technology is something that changes so quickly and so rapidly in our media arts that trying to master one piece of software or one piece of audio gear is the easy part. The tough part is the soft skills. And what I mean by that is professionalism, accountability, responsibility, how you present yourself, respect, initiative, problem solving. These are the kinds of things that when all other things are equal between you and somebody else vying for the same position, that's the kind of stuff that's going to get you hired. Best of luck and take care.